Let's talk about George Zimmerman's witnesses. There were 5 witnesses that said that is George screaming for help. They are so sure that that is George screaming for help. The murderer, George Zimmerman himself, didn't even know that that was him screaming for help. He didn't even claim the screams as his own when first asked about it. It was only after he realized he needed a good defense that he started to claim the screams as his own. Let's talk about Gladys Zimmerman, the murderer's mom. She, of course, would claim the screams as George. She would say this to save the reputation of the family. She doesn't want to have a murderer in her family. This wouldn't look good for the reputation of the family. Maybe this is why they didn't seek help for their lunatic son when he was much younger. Now let's talk about Sondra Osterman. Her and her husband, Mark Osterman, they met George Zimmerman, the murderer, when he was a full-grown psychotic. He was an adult. Sondra Osterman, she says, that is Georgie. She calls him Georgie as if he's some sweet, cute little kid, as if she grew up with him, as if she has known him all her life. Yes, that's Georgie. That's what she calls him, Georgie. This psychotic Georgie who would rape and murder her if her husband wasn't there to save her. This psychotic murderer, George Zimmerman, could snap again, and he could kill her right in her own home. And if her husband isn't there to save her, I wonder would she call him Georgie as she's trying to fight him off. She calls him Georgie. How sweet. His own mom probably doesn't call him Georgie. The murderer's wife probably doesn't even call him Georgie. But Sondra Osterman, she calls him Georgie. This lady needs help. Serious help. Well, it's partly her husband's fault. He failed to protect her. Why would he allow his wife to get involved in this case where there are many death threats? Why would he allow his wife to get her face out to the public? He should have been a man, a husband, a protector. He should have kept his wife out of this. He failed her as a husband. This is all for now. Anyway, how could these 5 people claim to be so sure that it is George screaming for help when he himself didn't even claim his own screams when first asked about it? But now they're his screams. I wonder why they're his screams. Why? Does anybody know the answer? Ask George. Ask George, is he sure? And why wasn't he sure when he was first asked about it? Why wasn't he sure then? Before I go, let me say it again. There will be justice for Trayvon Martin. You can believe it.